Hello everyone, hope we are all doing well. We received suggestions from you people that the time frames we're using, some of you you're not comfortable with them, but you appreciate the approach that we use in the markets, right? So we made a video previously about how you can switch the time frames and also the importance of time frames, but seems the time frame is still big. So what we're going to do is in this video, I'm going to be using H4 as my structure time frame, and then I get my entry in minute 30. I hope that will be okay for you guys. This can serve as intraday. So if you want to scalp also, you can just change. If you want to scalp, you can use H1 and then use the entry time frame in minute 15. The same like that. If you want to use minute 15 as your structure, make sure minute 5 is your entry time frame. Are we together? But the approach is the same. Now, in this video, I'm going to speak, the concept I'm going to use is just break and retest, right? And also identifying levels that are significant, that have been tested, and those that have not been tested. As simple as that. I'm going to attach the video somewhere up there in the top right corner, or I'll tell the team member who's going to upload the video to put it there, right? So that you can be able to watch that video and understand the concept I'm going to use. A level that is not tested, always the price will come back and test it, right? So allow me to use the replay tool. We're going to use the replay tool just to understand the concept, and then up to the current price, whereby we shall also analyze it practically using the same approach, using the same time frame. Then also I'll give you what I expect. I won't be using EURUSD just to make the video short. So currently EURUSD is here. Now we have an uptrend here, a mini one. Then also we have a long downtrend here. So I want us to use this downtrend. Then also we combine it with this uptrend up to the current price. Then also we analyze the current price, what we expect. So that's why I'm going to use the replay tool just to connect this move from here down. Then we go up. Actually, we shouldn't start from up here. The video will be so long. Let's start from just down here. I think let's start from around here. This is something interesting here. Let's start from around here so that we can connect the move down, then also we connect the move up until the current price. So first things first, what do we observe here? We observe that the market had a point that it had broken here, right? Let me just increase the candle sizes so that you can see it properly. We can clearly observe that the market broke. Remember how I taught you guys how to mark these levels, lowest point and also the closure of price, like this. So, and then also when the market came and reacted here and was rejected, respected this level, right? The market again came here, reacted, and the market came here, attempted to break, but it closed inside. So meaning we have another level here, right? So I'm just going to mark this level here. You can use a slab like this, right? But this like this will confuse you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete it, and we use, and we use two lines, right? So meaning that we shall have two levels to retest here. We shall have this green area, and we shall have this blue, the two blue lines, right? This area also needs to be tested. So we need two retests, right? So let's try to see what the price did. Now price came and touched into this box here. Let me just adjust. This is the close of price here, right? It came and touched just the tip of this box, and then it rejected, right? Then the price came and broke below here. Then we came and tested just this. But remember, we have two levels. We have this level and this one here. So meaning that when the market came and touched this area here, gave us a turning point here, tested this turning point and then pushed, meaning that this area here has not been tested, right? So meaning we shall need price to come back to this area here. Are we together? So that's what exactly I taught in that video, that you need to know which level has been tested and which one has not been tested. So meaning that we shall need again price to come back exactly into this area here. Even if it touches this green area, it's okay. So it's what I'll be interested in. So now this is my area of interest. I don't want, remember we're in a downtrend. So meaning I've been telling you guys that if in a downtrend, make sure you trade continuation. So we shall wait for the price to come back here before pushing lower, right? Let it come back into this area and then it pushes lower. Now, meaning we're going to be trading continuation until the market changes trend, right? Significantly. I don't advise you to look for significant change of trend. By a significant change of trend, I mean like shifting from your structure time frame, like shifting from a downtrend to uptrend. You only look for that when you've mastered your rules. If you've not mastered the rules, just trade continuations. I've emphasized that in almost every video I've been making for more than a year. Excuse me. So let's continue. Now, I'm not going to trade this reversal because I don't want you guys who are doing intraday to get trapped, because intraday there's a lot of noise, right? So we're going to wait for the price to come back into this area here. So let's wait and see. Not yet. We wait a bit. So price taps into this area here, but I still feel that it should do a deeper correction, right? So let's see if price gives us that deeper correction, at least up to the close of this blue area here, this blue slab. Sorry, this blue line here. Remember, we marked using 2 lines. So at least should tap into that blue line, right? So I'll just wait for it to tap into that blue line. Please always be patient. Do not force the price. If it has not touched, you wait, right? So here, this is when the price taps into this area here. This extend and received tap. Yes, it tapped the blue line, right? So that's what I was interested in. Let me just adjust this. That's what I was interested in, it tapping this blue line so that we can be able to switch into our entry time frame. Remember, we have said we're using H4. So we are going to skip H1. Then we shall use minute 30 as our entry time frame. So you can wait for H4 candle to close, or when it taps there, you can switch to your minute 30 for your entry, right? So in minute 30, we can clearly see that here the market was making an uptrend, so meaning I won't be looking for a change of trend. So I'm just going to identify the last significant high here. Just going to change the color to blue to differentiate it. Then the market retested it. So I'm also going to look for this area here, like this. So we need the market to come and react, and then it breaks below it, right? So if we can take our trade, yes, like that, let it react a bit. That's what I'm looking for, right? So it has reacted. Now, the moment we break below this area here, we shall be taking our trades, right? Let me just extend this. So now this was a bit aggressive. And now I know this is not taught in the candlestick Bibles, but God willingly, maybe one day I'll teach you guys this. But this candle here, I know it's a strong momentum of a sell. So some of you may take a sell immediately here. But remember, we have this level not tested, and we have this level not tested. Also here, we have a false breakout, meaning that all this gives us a possibility of the market coming back here. And this candle is confirming that. Are you seeing this? I know it's a strong bearish momentum, but those whom I've told privately, you know that. Those that I interact with on a personal basis, at least I've told you this. Also on YouTube, we shall post a topic or a video about this so that you guys understand. Now here, we shall expect the market to come back unless the market gives us strong body candles here. Let's see if it does that. So this is not still a strong body candle. So we still expect the market to come back up to confirm. Also, we have an improper retest here, meaning that we need the price to come back to this same level here. So let's see what price does. So not yet. It has not yet come back. I know someone will be saying, but the market, the price has already moved and all that. Yeah, trading is all about following your rules. And so here, price came untouched, but you can see still a bit, the candle is not closing well. So let's see the next one, how it closes, right? So the next candle closed and it came untouched and showed us that yes, there's a possibility of a reversal by this candle here that didn't close well. Now this is an indecision, right? The moment the next candle shows us a sell candle, then we are in, right? So let's see if it closes a sell candle. Yeah, so this next candle closes a sell candle. So I'm going to we shall take our trade from here. Our stop loss has to be above the levels that we expect to be tested. Please, we have this area that is not tested. Actually, we may need to take a trade here or even here again. These are all levels you can take trades from, right? Then where is going to be your target? We go back to our structure time frame. If you guys remember the importances of the different time frames, I said that you have to take get your targets from the areas, the time frame of structure. If you, in this case, our structure time frame is H4, meaning we're going to be getting our target from H4. So I'm interested in our target being this bottom here. I'm just going to put it there. Then our stop loss, of course, we're getting it from minute 30, our entry time frame. So we're saying that we expect price could come and test here. So I'm just going to put our stop loss slightly above here. If it takes us out, well and good. We shall have to look for another opportunity, or we check where we are wrong, right? So, but we have followed all the rules. All this noise is done, so we expect our price to move. So here we have an opportunity that if price comes back into this level, we can take another second trade, right? So let's see what price does. So price moves a bit in our favor. Let's see, it's moving actually. That's good. Okay, it's trying to pull back. It came back to our entry with a bit of some small drawdown. So price came and touched this area here now. See how this candle closed here? You see this? And someone may be saying, but it has broken. Now, this is not a proper break candle. You can see this, how it is. Those of you who understand candles or the language of candles, this is not a proper break, and it's going to trap people to go upwards, right? Just almost like the same thing I explained here. This candle is a strong momentum, yes, but it was communicating that the price needed to come back and test these levels, which you can clearly see it has done that. We shall have a whole video about this, God willingly, someday, right? So from here, I can take my trade. It's a high risky trade, but it's already in our area. We say that our stop loss is in a good place, so I can take another trade here, just there at the close of this candle here, like this. Then my target is going to still be the same. Of course, you go back to H4, then you get your structure time frame, the low, that same low. So it's meaning it's going to be the same here, right? Then the stop loss, you can just leave it the same, right? So from here, I expect at least the market to move. In case it hits us out, then we shall be able to check where we went wrong. So now we have 2 entries. You can have 3 if the market comes back to this blue level. Remember, we have 3 untested levels that are not tested. We had this level that was not tested. Now we have tested. Then we have this level that was not tested. It has now been tested. Then the last one is this one. If it comes back, then we shall have our last entry, right? So let's see what the price does. Oh, this one went a bit aggressive. I think this was news, right? This was news, I think. Of course, news usually completes structure. So I think this was news. Let's go back to our H4. Now, H4 has hit our target, our low that we wanted the market to do. So I'm just going to mark this low like this, right? Remember, we are back testing. Let's go and change it back to green. Remember, we are back testing all the rules. So this level here has been tested that we wanted to test. Now, what is next? The market has broken this level here. What do we want? We want the market to give us a retest and continue lower. Or if the market can fail to give us a break of this structure, then we can see if it can break this lower high, right? And then we can look for buying opportunities. So let's see if we can get a proper retest. So the market comes back and tests, meaning that we have a turning point here, right? So what do we want to see? You can go back to minute 30 and observe how the price is. But the market is a bit very choppy here. So, and also the risk to reward ratio is not good. Remember, when you're taking a trade from here, you want to target the low, just like we did in this previous trade here. We're taking our trade from the retest area to this low area. You can see this is where our target was. Now, also, if we're to take a trade from here, meaning our target should be here, but this is a very poor risk to reward ratio, right? This is a very bad risk to reward ratio. So, meaning that we want to observe the momentum. If the momentum remains weak like this, meaning actually we're going to be looking for a break of this area here, right? If the market can break this level here, then we shall be looking for buys, right? So let's mark our level properly. Have we marked our level properly? Let's go back to H4. Let's check if we've marked our level properly. Let's adjust it. Yes, here we have marked it well. So if the market closes above here, depending on the structure in minute 30, because the momentum is not good, right? So let's wait and see. So, okay, speaking momentum, but again, buyers came in. Okay. It's not looking good. So it's not really breaking this low here. We came here, we failed. The buyers came into the market. So let's check how H4 is performing. What is H4? Now, H4 shows it more clearly. The market tested this level, came back and failed to take out this low. So let's try to see if it breaks this structure above or if it can break below and give us a good risk to reward ratio. This was a bad risk to reward ratio, which I wouldn't want you to take, especially you guys who are doing intraday, because these are small time frames. Our structure H4 and entry minute 30, these are few. Not like here, you see, your take profit would have been hit in less than even 3 hours. That's a very good intraday trade, right? So let's see. Okay, the market is attempting to break. Again, it has failed. So this is a communication to us. Let's check how our entry time frame is looking like. Actually, I'm observing something here. It's like it's giving us a pattern. It's like we're having something like this. It's giving us some kind of a pattern, yes. So it's not breaking below. This is like third touch, actually, plus accumulation here. Those of you who have watched our video on trend lines, you know that we're looking for third touches. This is the first touch, second touch, that actually someone would have looked for a buy here, this neckline here, but since we weren't observing, we're not interested in that, right? It's a high risk trade. It's for those who are a bit experienced. So for us, we shall take our trade above the in case it breaks, right? Because this is now showing us that the market is not interested in going downwards, right? So let's confirm again with our structure time frame if it is agreeing so. So our structure time frame again, it has failed to continue down. So right now, I'm thinking that either the market should first close below or it should close above here. The market is still choppy. So let's see what it does, right? So the market attempts to, the market closes above, right? So meaning now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be looking for buys. This is a very good candle break above. I want you to observe compared to the candles I've been showing you above. This is a very good candle close. The body is big enough. The wicks are not competing with the body. So that's a very good candle close. So I'll just go back to my entry time frame, which is minute 30, and I observe the momentum. The momentum is very good, and we have an indecision here, right? So either you can wait for the next candle, or if you're a high-risk trader, then you can look for your entries here. So I'm just going to take my entry here, and my stop loss is going to be where the market could possibly come and retest. So let's check. We have a break here. The market came and tested. Then we have another break here. Let's go and change the color of this to avoid confusion to blue. Also this, I'm going to just change it to blue to avoid confusion. So the market didn't test this level. So there's a possibility the market may want to come and test this area here, right? Then let's go and get our target in H4. Which level was not tested properly up here as the market was coming down. So this box here has been tested and we identified. So we have this area here. Now, if you observe this area, the market did not properly test it. You can see this area here was not properly tested. Also, we do have this area here. Here. We also have hidden structures here. So actually, we can get this closure here. So all these areas are not tested. So I can just drag my target to this area, right? So let's go back to our entry time frame. That's our first entry, right? So there's a possibility of the market coming to test this area. I'll put my stop loss just below there. So let's see how the market plays out. If it comes and tests this area here, well and good, then we shall be able to, if you want, you can take another entry. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But the market has again broken above here. So let's check our structure time frame. There's a possibility that actually the market has broken. Yeah, the market has actually broken another structure here. So I'm just going to mark this structure that gave us the retest of this area because the market has broken above it, right? So what do we want? We want the price to come back and test this area here. And then to be giving us another opportunity to take a different trade, right? So the price pushed a little bit higher. So let's see if it will come back. Then come back is okay. It's pulling back. So let's see if it will give us the push to this area. It's trying to come back. Okay. Remember so here the market came and touched our area here. You can clearly see. Now, when you go back to your structure time frame, it's again following exactly the basic that we identified. The market came, broke down, tested here, and then failed to take out this level. Instead, we're waiting for it to break either this low or this high. It broke above. We had the proper retest. You saw it. Then we pushed higher. But now, this was the high the market created. It had not been tested. The market came back and tested it. Now, sometimes if the market breaks more than 2 turning points, you can use a Fibonacci in your structure time frame. So in this case, our structure time frame is H4. If the market had broken this turning point and the other one, it may not have come back to exactly this point. It would have maybe used the Fibonacci retracement level. Some of us be waiting for the market to be coming back here, and then it doesn't actually reach that point. So currently, this is our running trade, but we want to take another opportunity here. So I'll go back to minute 30. Now, minute 30, if you observe, the market, when it was coming down, it created some levels of support here, which has now become resistance. You don't want to take trades at resistance, buys especially. So now that we have closed above, there's a possibility of the market coming to retest here. But since I'm ordered in my direction, and these are few pips, so I'm just going to take my buy here at the closure of this candle. And my stop loss would be now below this structure that the market could come back and retest. Since it has already tested this area. So the market may want to come and test this area. So now I can get my target. It can be the same. the same target. Let's just go back to H4. It can be the same target, right? This one here. Or you can say, I want to use now a different target, which is this one here. It's up to you, right? So it's what we want. Alternatively, you can say that, okay, if I don't want to be so rigid, you can say, okay, my stop loss, the market may want to come back and test these highs here. So I will just adjust my stop loss slightly to here. So that if it comes test these highs here, it is okay. All this hidden structure here, and it's okay. But you can also put it just slightly below this structure here, right? So now we're all set. Let's see if the market can break this high again and we identify another opportunity. So let's see. We went into a bit of a drawdown. Do we break the high? It's a bit consolidating. So in case it's doing something like that, you check in your structure time frame in case everything is still in line, right? So it's failing to break a bit of a structure. So still playing within our levels. So you can see it has come maybe to retest this structure here. You can see. So there's no need to panic, right? Let's check what it does. So yeah, it breaks the structure, right? So when the market was coming to test this level, it created for us this high here. So I'm just going to mark it here like this. This area where it was consolidating from. It was consolidating from here because this was a resistance that gave us a significant push to test this level, this previous significant high, right? So it created a high. So we needed to print this higher low. Which higher high gave us this higher low? It was this point. That's why I said the market was consolidating here. Now finally we have broken above, right? So what do we expect? We expect the market to come back here. The moment it comes back here, we shall be looking for another buy, right? So let's go back to our entry time frame and we monitor nicely our trade, right? So remember now these are smaller time frames compared to as we have been using. I hope it is really making sense to you guys, but you can see the approach is the same. The rules we're applying are the exact rules, but we have just changed the time frames, right? So let's see if we come back and test this area here. Okay. The market has already touched. And I mentioned this in the previous video. If you want to watch it, make sure you watch it. The previous video, the immediate one, the current video on the channel, right? I think it's the current one that the team uploaded. Please, if the price does not touch your area, leave your area there, let it first touch. Do not assume, unless there's a reason. Of course, there are certain reasons. Maybe I'll speak about all those things in the future videos, but usually there are some few reasons that market, but unless that, the market must touch the level that has been broken, right? So let's see if the price comes back. Still struggling. Now someone may be saying, but it was close, and yes, it was close, but it didn't touch. You're seeing there's a very significant level that even an eye can see. We don't need to use VAR. Those of you who watch football, you don't need to bring VAR here, right? So let's check. Now the market went and broke this high here. So and all the targets were hit for all these trades. So you can see when we're starting from down here, we had one trade, second trade, third trade, right? So let's see where the current price of Euro USD is. So it has attempted to come back down, not yet. It has not yet still touched. Let's check the current price if it touched, right? We're interested in the price touching this blue zone of ours. If it doesn't touch, please, you can use other pairs. You can look up for other, this is the current price, right? So we can eliminate this. The current price is here and price has not yet come back to this blue zone. If it doesn't touch this blue zone, please go back to your structure time frame and observe. Is there any reason as to why the market is not touching this level? If that reason is there, then you can now change your approach or change the rule that you're using. But as far as I'm concerned, you can see this is just simple high, low, high, low, high. So these are all highs. You can see the market is still consolidating, right? Maybe trapping people, but we need the price to come back and test this area here, maybe before continuing, or even before giving us a lower high and continuing lower. Are we together? You can clearly see we have applied the same principles that we normally use in monthly, weekly, and daily. So do not change the approach. The rules that we are teaching you guys are the exact things that we use on our daily basis, right? The exact things that we use, maybe the difference is experience, right? So make sure you backtest and practice. Right? There's no need for you to come to our inboxes, maybe sending a lot of emails that you need mentorship and all that. No. The mentorship we're providing, this is the exact mentorship that you need, right? Maybe unless you're not understanding something, maybe you can consult, but there's no need to ask that you want to pay for mentorship or what. No. We don't encourage that. We really recommend you guys backtest what you're seeing on the channel. We're sure of what we are providing for you guys. Otherwise, if it made sense, you can give the likes button so it reaches out many people. And also, if it was your first time coming across the channel, do not forget to subscribe. Have a profitable week and a profitable month.